Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Trey Lance and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass. That game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground, ETN, and they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, right back to ETN, and that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Lance now on first down. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To throw, it's Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Lawrence will throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Lawrence. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Lawrence. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Etienne once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Lance now on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here's Lance.
Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance. Pass incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Play action. It's Lawrence. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Lance looking to throw it.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Here's Hardman to return.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A final shot before half for Lance. And he'll find Moreau here.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And Lance's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now Lance.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Odafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Right. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And
he takes it in. Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Another catch there for Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Evan Ingram from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. On 1st down, Lance. Catch made, it's Moreau.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
ETN up the middle.
And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
64 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on his sideline, but it's incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Lance now to throw.
And able to complete it to Moreau. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Draw play, ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on third down? On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the Jags down 28-21, 35 seconds to go. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Flushed out right.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens Lawrence going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll set up to throw. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. So that last touchdown sealed it there, partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off and send everyone home.
Yeah, it's awfully nice when you're kicking off late, knowing that even if you give up a big return or a touchdown, it doesn't matter, right? You mentioned the word formality. Good job by them putting themselves in that situation where kicking off did not matter.
So for the Ravens,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.